Hi guys.
Welcome to the end of week 3.
So we made a little bit of progress this week. Namely, we actually moved camp down to the clearing that we had. Uh,
Make room for the posts that we got to put up.
that's right. So this is over on the right side of the property where we had a couple of trees, and you might see them in the background. There's a stump over there and a stump over there that we used mainly for the logs that we're going to use for the wall uprights. And they're so big they fell all the way over here. And these are our leftovers.
As you can tell, are still definitely huge logs. I mean, and some of them were just too big to even lift. So we went ahead and just left them. They're going to become something else later on down the line.
And you can see all the bark on the ground. This is where we skinned them. Took all the bark off so that we could use them so they won't rot later on. And so now we're going to show you what we actually accomplished this week. So if you remember, we had the trapper cabin that I built a couple years ago. It was pretty much rot. It was falling down a little bit. It wouldn't have suited for habitation.
It did well for the shelter at the moment, but for building a bigger structure, we kind of needed to take it down and extend out.
All right, so we got all our camp moved over here.
But it used to be here. This was the original area, and it would probably only went to like here.
Yeah.
So now we've extended it out
Pachale.
without killing myself back here.
So these are all the posts that we stood. You can see there's 7 of them standing already. They're all trenched down about 2 feet to the bedrock, and give or take a little bit on the low side because you can't go down as far. But all that's going to get built up, so it's not really that pertinent. We started trenching and putting lines between all the posts so that we can set our cinder blocks and gravel that's going to act as part of the retaining wall at the bottom to hold up our cob walls once we start building those.
So that's that. Let's see, on Monday we did 2.
Monday we did 2.
Tuesday we did another 2.
Mm-hmm.
On Wednesday, we mostly ran to town, got some resumes turned in for someone's jobs, get a little bit of money coming in to
A little
help
part-time stuff.
buy stuff. And then we ended up taking another tree down that was a fresh tree, and it actually gave us 3 posts out of that one tree because it was just so tall. So that was a total of 7. And on Thursday, we had set up all 7. Friday, we kind of took a break, went over to our neighbors, hung out, and helped her with some of her stuff. Star, who we've mentioned before, she was teaching us the cob. So that's really fun to be able to go over and help other people and have them teach us and give us more hints and tips and tricks about the neighborhood in general. Let's see, on Friday?
Well, that was Friday.
That was
helped.
Friday.
Saturday is when we cut down the one tree and we got this log. We couldn't stand it before the video because we had to wait for it to dry out because it was so green. Once we took the bark off, it's just wet and slippery, and that's just dangerous. So we didn't stand it yet.
But we did reuse a lot of the trapper cabin wall, and we brought it over to our bathroom and started putting up the back wall. So you can see we have the pile of where they are, and then we went ahead and added it right there. Nice little back wall for our bathroom, and we're gonna eventually continue going around and
End up with a little doorway here. It's going to come off the porch. Off these, off right here is going to be the porch, and so you just kind of like step down and into the door. You're in the bathroom.
ta-da! It makes it really nice. It's just a little more sheltered so that it isn't so open. I'm trying to turn around so we can get some sunlight on us. Yay! So yeah, we've gotten a lot done this week, and moving the camp was definitely one thing, and I was kind of finicky about where stuff went, but it worked out really well. And actually, moving down into the clearing, we ended up with some rain, and surprisingly, we set it up perfect so that we didn't get really rained on. None of our stuff got wet. It worked out really quite well.
And we cut open one of the plastic barrels that I already had down here to start some rainwater catchment, so that when we start mixing our cob, that we have a ready water source that we can just dip into and do the mixture.
Hey, so that's been this week.
Bye guys, we'll see you next week.